Welcome back to Mack Stories and Lessons with EK. I'm your host with the most, Mr. EK. We're gonna call this one Knocking Bitches. I'm gonna take y'all back to, I believe it was like 2004, and I'm gonna start this off with a funny story. So, this time I was working and shit, you know what I'm saying? I always kept a job, like I said, because I know that's what a man really supposed to do, you know what I mean? But this time I was working, and I didn't have no bitches at this time. My homegirl happened to call me up. It was one of my off days. Homegirl happened to call me up. She's like, E, come through here right now. I'm like, why? What's happening? What's going on? She was like, just come through. Get dressed and come through or whatever. So I'm like, what's going on? Let me know what's happening. She was like, well, one of my homeboys is over here with this white bitch, and he posting her up online right now. They posting up ads. They needed my computer. But I know you can knock this bitch. All you gotta do is come over and get dressed. You probably ain't even gotta say much, this, that, and the other. So I'm like, all right, let me think about it or whatever. I didn't fuck with it. I was at the pad relaxing, you know what I mean? And then she called me back, I think it was like 20 minutes later. E, are you coming? What's happening? What's up? This, that, and other. I'm like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? So I threw some clothes on the shit. At that time, I kept fresh ass clothes, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have to say much. My clothes and my jewelry talk for me. I'm not like some of these other niggas, you know what I mean? When they hollering at bitches, they gotta say a rhyme and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Really, I don't even say much. I let bitches knock me. My clothes and my jewelry, I make sure that shit is screaming so my mouth can stay quiet, you know what I'm saying? So that's the strategy I ran with when I was in the game. But anyway, so I already know, I'm like, all right, let me throw something fresh on. I'm gonna go over here so I ain't gonna have to say much and just see what's going on. So when I get there, I see old boy and the white bitch, they on the computer. I say what's happening to both of them, and I go to the table, I start rolling weed up. I'm rolling weed, start smoking. So somehow I think maybe we started talking about some game or something like that. I really don't know. I don't know if I'm talking, me and my homegirl, we might have been talking about some game or something like that. I'm not sure how it went. I just know that the white girl kept on making eyes at me, you know. And I know she was checking out my clothes and shit like that. And then she probably was hearing my conversation. As far as this shit is concerned, man, they really listen to see where a nigga head at. You know what I mean? They want to know if a nigga gonna be out here, if you're a disrespectful nigga or you the kind of nigga that really take care of business, you know what I'm saying? Now today, like I'm on some positive shit, but even then, you know what I'm saying? Everything coming out of my mouth was some grown man shit, you know what I'm saying? Talking about how I'm going to work, all that shit. But anyway, so I get over there and me and her talking, you know what I'm saying? I might have said something about, you know, the game. But something come up during the point where old boy asked my homegirl to give him and his girl a ride to his pad. So she said, yeah, fuck it, I'll give you a ride to the pad or whatever. They take off. So look, about 15 minutes later, she called me and said, guess what, E, I'm on my way back. I'm like, okay, I'm right here still. And I got the white bitch. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm like, what's going on with that? So she's like, look, listen, when we pulled up to the house and he went in, the white bitch looked at me and said, take off, I want to come fuck with your homeboy. So apparently when they got up there and dropped the old boy off, he went inside the pad because they was gonna come back. He went inside the pad for something. The white girl looked at my homegirl and said, hey, look, smash up out of here. I'm finna come fuck with y'all. So with it, I ended up knocking that bitch without even saying too much, you know what I'm saying? And it's not magic, homie. It's not magic. Some of these bitches is trying to get to the next level, and that's just all it is. It ain't that I was all special or anything like that. That's just how it is sometimes. But I ended up putting her in a room or some shit like that, and then I had to go to work the next day. When I got back to the room, the bitch was gone. That's another part of the game, homie. How they come is how they gonna go, you know what I'm saying? But not only that, it's a babysitting job, homie. Especially with certain bitches or certain hoes, you can't have a job or no shit like that on the side. That's square shit to them, period. All this, when I'm talking about having morals and having a job and what it takes to be a man, that shit don't mean shit to them. You know what I'm saying? Sad to say. But that shit don't mean shit to them. You a square nigga to them when you talking like that, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, another time I knocked some bitches. I really didn't knock too many bitches like that, but I have done it a few times. Like I remember one night I was riding on the track, and at this time I was working again. And I knocked the white bitch on the track. She walking, I could tell she must be faded or some shit like that, but I could tell by what she got on, she was out to get money. But you could tell her game was raggedy, out there drunk, anybody could do whatever to her. So anyway, I pull up on the side of her, ask her, what's up, young lady, what's going on? And I'm Sonoda Ho from Frisco, some shit like that. And I'm like, what? What's happening? Let's roll, let's get up out of here. I know somewhere better than this shit. Come roll with a real nigga, this, that, and other. Bitch, get into the car. So anyway, I roll up out of town just a few hours out of where I was at. So put her down, get my money and shit like that. That morning, we worked till that morning. That next morning, I had to go to work. So I posted her up in the room and took my ass to work. By the time I got out of work, that bitch was gone. Hour later, a nigga calling me trying to serve me the news. Hey, it was his bitch from the get-go. Hey, I just want to call you and let you know I got her back, this is that and other. And I'm like, he left this on my voicemail and shit like that. I missed the call. He left the shit on my voicemail. So I'm like, man, I'm thinking to myself, I don't give a fuck about no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This is all the game to me, a real game. But for other motherfuckers, it's really their life and they take the shit serious. And I ain't knocking it for them, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not knocking the game. It's changed my life several times over. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, back to the stories, man. Knocking bitches. I can tell you another time I knocked this one dude's bitch. I seen him and two bitches out there, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, look, what the fuck? And he out here walking on the track with him. Every once in a while, I would see him. I'm like, damn, he must don't know what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck around and knock them bitches from him. So I wasn't plotting or nothing like that. But anyway, I caught one of them by herself. So I'm driving and I got a bitch with me or whatever. I'm driving away. I'm like, you know what? Let me get in the passenger seat. You drive this motherfucker. So we hit around the corner so I can see where the broad's coming at or whatever. And I usually don't do this, like I said. So anyway, I'm like, just for fun, let me see what's up. Because like I said, this nigga must don't know what he doing anyway out here walking around with bitches and shit. Nigga, get your ass off the track, man. That's for these hoes. So anyway, pull around the corner and shit. I hop out. Not aggressively like these niggas do, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hop out the car. What's up, young lady? How you doing? This is that and other. By this time, my outfit is talking and my jewelry's talking, so I don't gotta say much. What's happening? What you doing over here? Come on, I know where another spot at. Come fuck with a real nigga. This is that and other. Bitch, leave with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's on and cracking. But them are just short stories and examples of knocking bitches and shit like that. Like I said, I really never got any of that because I always had my own bitches out there under direction, you know what I'm saying? And some people get frustrated when they go out there and try to knock bitches and shit like that. But the thing is this, get your own, homie. Don't fuck up nobody else's game. You know what I'm saying? Get your own bitches and put them out there. Don't be out there chasing these bitches around. Because some of them is making it clear that they don't want to fuck with you. And you still harassing them, fucking up a nigga's money. You know what I'm saying? That's as far as the game is concerned. You know what I mean? But as far as them young ladies that I was knocking, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't because I was the greatest nigga or nothing like that. You know what I mean? At that moment, they probably saw something hella different. You know what I'm saying? Because I made sure I dressed different than niggas. I was just a different type of nigga. And that's all it took for me. I didn't have to be loud. I didn't have to kick a rhyme when I seen a broad. None of that shit. Half the time, like I said, my clothes and my jewelry would speak for me. The reason like some of them young ladies would come to me, like I said, the situation would be a lot better, you know what I mean? And the situation was better than what they was fucking with, you know what I'm saying? And it was one of those things like, well, if I'm gonna be in the game, this might be the best nigga to fuck with and do it for, you know what I'm saying? So, and the reason women don't do it for themselves, homie, is a whole nother subject. We'll talk about that later, homie. A lot of young ladies don't understand that. If I would do it, I would do it for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that shit. Young people, young ladies, you know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Because once you're caught up, it's hard to transition. Just as some of these people all day go through hard times. We're talking about pimps and hoes go through downtime, you know what I'm saying, where they ain't getting no money and all that shit, you know what I mean? And when you get caught up in that, you would think when you hit rock bottom, you'd be like, fuck it, let me go get a job, let me go to school, let me try to create a business, let me do the right thing. But that's not what happens. By this time, you don't have no skills, you don't have no social skills, which is very important, you know what I mean? All you know how to do is do hoe talk and shit like that, and the game just fucks you up, you know what I mean? And that's what I was saying in this first vlog, you know what I'm saying? It'll fuck you up mentally, you know what I mean? You don't even know how to talk in the real world anymore, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what counts. All this shit that I'm saying as far as being in the game, when I kick that shit or wherever, that shit sound cool to the streets. But when it's time for your ass to come get a job, work in the real world, deal with real people who want to just live in a positive way, all that shit you talking about don't mean a motherfucking thing. So it's two different worlds, you know what I mean? And you got to decide which one you want to live in. If you want to live in the underworld, then go ahead and do that. But you just got to know, all that shit, it takes a lot of effort to be that person, you know what I mean? Or to be those people, it takes some effort. Just like it takes effort to be a positive person, go to school and do the right thing, that shit takes effort. So are you gonna waste your effort in doing the wrong thing? Because that takes time too. Time and effort, all these things. You know what I'm saying? Getting in the game takes time and effort. You wanna learn how to fuck with some hoes? Takes time and effort. You want to waste all your time and effort into that? Then go ahead. You know what I'm saying? It was so many. Look, I did this shit, like I said before, about 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Other people went to live their life and do the right thing. When I caught up with some of them people again, they was ready to retire from some of these jobs. You know what I mean? And here I am trying to transition to the positive side on the late freight. You know what I'm saying? And these people are getting ready to stop working when I'm just now getting ready to get started. You know what I mean? So don't be like that. Don't be, man, this game is all the way here for you, you know what I'm saying? Even if I ain't kicking it, this other motherfucker's kicking this shit, man. Don't fuck around, homie. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck around. To y'all in the game, man, good luck, homie. Just be careful. Like I said, I'm not knocking the game, homie. This is for the young men out here that want to do the right thing, young ladies that want to do the right thing, because this shit is serious. It got people's minds fucked up. People don't know what right from wrong is now. At least they act like it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to let you know, nigga, ain't nothing wrong with being positive and doing the right thing. I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got cheese from that shit. And pay attention to some of these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't have nothing currently in the game and don't really have nothing. You know what I'm saying? I done seen the inside of people's places because they done slipped up. People want to take pictures. I done seen it with one of the most famous pimps and players inside of his pad, and it didn't look all that good, homie. I'm like, man, that's all you got from all years of doing this shit? Is it really worth it? It really ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, man, just remember what I'm saying out there. The reason some of them bitches came to me so easily, homie, was because they didn't have nowhere to go. There was nothing else to do. And it was one of them situations where if I'm gonna be in the game, then this looks like the best nigga to fuck with. Period. You know what I'm saying? But everybody out there, y'all growing, everybody know right from wrong, man. Like I said before, man, sometimes this shit sounds so ridiculous, you'll figure out that common sense ain't that common. You know what I'm saying? But everybody out there who on that positive note, stay that way, homie. Anybody who's thinking about veering into this shit, don't waste your time, homie. Don't waste your time, don't waste your effort, homie, because like I said, it takes time and effort. Man, during the time that I was doing this shit, homie, if you told me they was selling pussy on the moon, I would have been on my way with my hoes in a balloon. You know what I'm saying? So I kicked that one rhyme for y'all. Other than that, that's the end of this episode, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll catch you next week for another Mack Stories and Lessons with EK. And that's all I got. Catch you next week. Love y'all.
You really don't understand, do you? Hey, man, don't you realize in order for us to make this thing work, man, we've got to get rid of the pimps and the pushers and the prostitutes and then start all over again clean.
Hey, look, nobody's pushing me anyway, okay? I mean, not you, not the cops, nobody, man. I mean, you want to get rid of the pushers, I'll help you. But don't send your people after me.
Oh, come on, John. Can't you see that we can't get rid of one without getting rid of the other? We got to come down on both of them at the same time in order for this whole thing to work for them.